Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a great workout for you that's going to target our shoulders, our abdominals, our glutes, and our spine, and everything we do is going to be wrist friendly. Okay, so all you need is a yoga block and something to put underneath your head. So you can get a pillow, a little folded up towel, or a little pad. So grab what you need and let's get moving. We're going to start today with our legs crossed, pillow under our seat, reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling. So nice long spine, and let's start to move, nodding our head and peeling our spine off an imaginary wall as we reach forward. Big breath in through the nose, filling up the back and sides of the ribs. And then you're going to shift back, stack yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. The head is the last thing to come. Let's do that again. Nod the head, flex forward, big breath in, and stack back up. One last time here. So the Pilates breath, we inhale through the nose, filling up the back and sides of our ribs, and we exhale out through a pursed lip, like we're blowing air through a straw. And that helps get our abdominals turned on. All right, so you're gonna bring one hand down to the mat, the other hand is gonna reach up to the sky, coming into a side bend. Fingertips are reaching one way, sits bones are staying down on the ground, and then we'll switch. Up and over. So I created this workout for a friend of mine who recently broke her wrist. So no fun, right? So she's looking for ways to keep moving without putting any pressure on her wrist. So hopefully this workout will give her that. And if you're in the same boat, it doesn't feel good to have your hand on the mat, for example, you could always rest it on your thigh. Awesome. And let's just do one more time each way because this feels so darn good. Lift up tall. Stay open towards me with your chest and bring it down. Arms are going to come out in front in this genie position. Lengthen the ears away from the shoulders. And as we exhale, we're going to rotate over to one side and then inhale back to center. Other way. Back to center. So I want you to imagine your spine like a barbershop pole. You know those red and white poles that are always spiraling up? Think of it that way. So every time you come back to center, you're growing a little taller. You're moving from the ribs, keeping your sits bones equally weighted, drawing your belly in and up. Thinking about wrapping your abdominals. Last time. Good. Now let the arms go. Pick them up, and palms are going to face towards me, looking straight ahead. Now as you inhale, I want you to bring those arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting the heart, and then right back up. And opening up, keeping a light engagement in your abdominals so that you're not overly arching your low back, and you can really try to get some nice extension in your upper mid back. One more time. And good. Bring the arms down, and we're going to make our way onto our back. So taking that pillow out, putting it so that it's going to end up underneath your head. And we're going to be on our back with our legs hip distance apart, feet flat on the mat, knees bent. Okay, in a neutral pelvis. So some of you may know what I mean by that, some of you may not. So let's just go through it quickly. If we rock our pelvis back and then away from the mat, we can kind of bring some awareness to the movement we have available at our pelvis. And then just kind of find that middle ground where you feel some weight in your tailbone. You have a little space between your lower back and the mat. Okay, and if you want to get really technical, you can think about your pubic bone and your two hip bones lying in the same flat plane. So once we're in that nice neutral, we're going to hang out here and start to move. The arms are just down by the sides, and we're going to lift one leg up and then bring it down. And the other leg comes up and bring it down. So let's layer on our breath here and notice the difference when we start to connect our breath to our core with our movement, okay? So inhale, and then as you exhale, think about zipping up a pair of tight jeans and then lift your leg and then bring it down. Exhale right before you move and bring it down. Makes a difference. You can place a hand on your belly too if you want to feel how your breath with that visual really helps engage the abdominals. Good job. All right, so we're going to take this up a notch, okay? We're gonna go into a little bit of a faster version of that with the arms lifted. So bringing your left leg up, reaching your arms up above the shoulders. Take a breath in, expand the rib cage, exhale, zip up and then switch. Inhale, stay, and then switch. And switch. Good. So depending on your level, this might be a lot of work. If you're just getting back into Pilates, if you've never done it before, if you're in the postpartum season, any of those things. But if you've been practicing for a while and you want some more things to think about, you can think about the articulation at your ankle, setting your foot down, toe ball heel, lifting it off, heel ball toe. You could add in some arm movement, scissoring the arms with the legs. So there's always somewhere to take it. Inhale, exhale, reach. Reach. Let's do one more after this. Holding here, bring those arms up above again, okay? We're gonna be moving the leg out to the side. So you're still in your neutral. Maybe bring some awareness to your ribs here if they're popping like mine like to do. Settle them down, little button closed at the front. And now we're gonna open that leg out to the side, keeping the left side pelvis really heavy into the mat, and then bring it in. Opening it out, bringing it in. If you wanna add the opposite arm, go ahead and do that. Good. 4 more. And inhale out, exhale it in. 2. This is way harder than it looks. You're feeling that right now. 1, bring that leg down. The other leg is gonna come up right away, and we're doing that again. So you can add the arm in if you wish. So I'm moving my left leg out, keeping my right glute really anchored down to the mat. 4 more. And 3, keep breathing. 2 and 1. Awesome. Bring that leg down, bring the arms down. We'll give our hip flexors just a quick little break. Bring them to the width of your mat and just let the knees fall to one side and the other. You're doing great. We're going to take it up a notch in just a moment, but we're nice and warm now. All right, heel toe it back into hip distance. Let's grab a yoga block and we're gonna put it right between our inner thighs. So I've got it in so that the widest part is between my inner thighs. Okay, take that pillow and push it out from behind your head so your head is just down on the mat, feet a little bit closer to your seat, and then you can bend the elbows 90 degrees. So finding our neutral pelvis again, sinking our ribs down. We're gonna press into the back of the shoulders and the arms and into the feet. And then we're gonna lift the hips up into bridge and bring them right back down. Let your ribs just float down with your pelvis. Good. And down. So as you exhale and lift, you're pressing into your feet and the arms and the shoulders. So you're feeling lots of activation in your back body before you even start to move. But you're also gently squeezing that yoga block, getting some inner thigh connection, helping our pelvic floor, our deep abdominals really switch on. So you're getting a lot of work through the body here in this exercise. It's such a good one. 2 more. Last one. Hold at the top here. We're going to reach the arms up. One arm floats out to the side and then back in. And back in, keeping the hips high and level without arching the back or flaring the ribs, okay? So you've got this nice long line from your shoulders to your knees, and you're resting between your shoulder blades. Awesome. Still pressing into those feet. You should be feeling your glutes and your hamstrings a little here. We inhale as we open, exhale, squeeze the block, bring the arm back up. 1 more. Good job. Okay, let's bring the arms back down. And now we're going to take this up yet another notch, pressing into the right foot. You're going to feel the right glute switch on a little bit more, using the strength in your shoulders, your back, your glutes, your core. You're going to reach the left leg out without letting the hip drop. Okay, bring it back in. So that block between the legs is actually going to help you here, but if it feels awkward, you can always take it out. and just keep the legs at hip distance. And I'm just alternating side to side here. Good job. 4 more. Whew. And exhale. Remember, blow before you go. Exhale right before you move. Oh, let's hold here for a minute. Just one extra little hold. Squeeze and release the block. Squeeze and release 6 more times. If you don't have a block, just pulse your pelvis up and down. Ooh. And 2 and 1. Let's roll through our spine, top to bottom. Good job. A little bit more for our abdominals before we transition onto our tummies, okay? So you can put that pillow underneath your head again. And we're just going to be adding on to those moves that we did before. So we talked about neutral, and now I'm going to introduce you to Imprint if you don't already know what it is. So middle fingers on your hip bones, thumbs on your bottom ribs, and from neutral, you're just going to draw your middle fingers up towards your thumbs, bringing the hip bones up towards the ribs. So your lower back is coming into the mat, but I don't want you to press it down into the mat like you're squishing something, okay? So you still have some heaviness in your tail. All right, ribs connected, belly lifted, up and under. We're gonna float the left leg up, and then the right leg is gonna come to meet it. Squeeze the inner thighs together here. Arms are coming out, and we're gonna do a little bit of rotation. So we're letting the legs fall over to the left as the right pelvis lifts off, and then place it right back down in your Imprint. And other side, and down. So you're keeping the opposite shoulder glued to the mat as you rotate. The inner thighs glued together. So you can imagine holding a winning lottery ticket between your knees. You don't want to lose that. Definitely don't want to lose that baby. If you need a little extra help, you can always just place your yoga block between your knees and just give it a little squeeze. Good job. 2 more. This is lots of work. Whew. And back to center. You can take a break, find your Imprint again, and come back into this, or you can just follow along with me. Okay, belly nice and tight. And if this is too much for you, if your belly's really popping, you can't maintain this, go back to one of the previous versions that we did with one leg on the floor, okay? We're gonna lift our arms up again. And now we're just gonna be adding on to those toe taps. Doing it from an open kinetic chain, and we're gonna start to move a little faster. We're inhaling for 2 and exhaling for 2. Inhale, inhale. Awesome, keep going, making sure you're keeping the leg at a 90-degree bend at your knee. So you're moving from the hip. And we're gonna open the arms and close. Adding on here, just an option. Open and close. 4, 3, and 2. Keep breathing. 1, and bring both of those legs up. Hug them in. You can also just bring them down to the mat and do a little windshield wiper. And I'm gonna actually do that right now because it feels good. Legs mat distance, and you're just gonna let both legs fall over to one side. And then just bringing it over to the other. Take a big breath here. All right, we're gonna flip over, bringing ourselves into prone position on our tummies, legs hip distance apart. You're gonna rest your forehead on your pillow. Arms are just gonna be by your sides, palms face up, okay? So let me get comfy here. I want you to think about your tailbone reaching to the end of the mat, your pubic bone anchoring down into the mat, and your abdominals lifting up and away. Okay, so try to maintain that as we open the shoulders, rolling them open away from the mat. Palms are gonna come to our thighs, and then just let them fall back down to the start. Not moving anything else at this point. Your legs are active, nice and long. Your glutes are gently firing here too to protect your lower back. Open the shoulders, rotate those palms towards the thighs. We're gonna add a spinal extension here. So inhaling, rotating the arms and lifting the torso up just a little bit, and then down. So I want you to be aware here of where you are in space. So you're not lifting way up here and looking at the wall. You're barely just hovering off of your little pad, thinking about reaching the crown of the head towards the wall in front of you, the tips of the toes to the wall behind you. Awesome. So we're going to inhale, lift, exhale it down. We're moving a little faster here, so it's going to get our heart rate up a little bit, but you can always slow it down. You could inhale, rotate, exhale, lift, inhale, stay, and exhale, lower down. So that's just an option. This is more control. So it's all work. No matter what variation you do, you're still working. You're working your buns off. Okay, let's hold at the top here. Make sure you're in that nice long line. Float your palms to face up, and you're just going to press the arms to the ceiling and down. Your gaze is straight down here. If you've let your abdominals go, check in with them again. Wrap your waist. We have 4 more. Back of the shoulders, back of the arms working here. And 2, good job. And 1. And let's press ourselves into a shell stretch just for 1 breath cycle. Well-deserved break. And then bringing yourself back out to lie on your side. I like to put my yoga block underneath my head, okay, so that there's no pressure on my hand with my head. But you can always just fold your arm and put your head in your hand if that's what you prefer. Okay, so get comfy, and you're gonna have that bottom leg just slightly bent. Bring your top hip so that it's stacked right over the bottom hip. Of course, our core is switched on, our ribs are in line with the front of our pelvis, and we're gonna reach that leg out from the hip socket. Flex the foot, we're gonna swing it forward and back. This is called the side kick. We're gonna do it 8 times. Just bringing some awareness here to your pelvis. So again, we're thinking about keeping some stability in our pelvis, being aware of what our body is doing, and which muscles we want to be focusing on. 1 more here. Awesome. And now bring that leg so it's right in line with the hip. Reach it out really long, lift a little bit higher, flex, and lower it down. You can lift that arm up to make it a little harder. And lower it down. We're going for 8, so we have about 5 left. And 4, you're doing great. Keep breathing. Love me some side legs. Last one, we're gonna hold, flex the foot, really push through the heel. We're going into circles. So you may wanna bring your hand down for support. Nice quiet pelvis, okay? No hula hooping. We have 3, 2, 1, switch directions. 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure that leg is coming behind the body as well as in front. So glutes are working, and hold. We're not done yet. 1 more thing, up and down. 8 times. We have 4 more. 2 and 1. Oh, wowza. Okay, bring that leg in front. Bottom leg is gonna stay long. Top leg bent. Push your block back a little bit. The arms are gonna come out in front of you. We're gonna do a little thoracic rotation here, and it's going to feel really good. So we're lifting the arm up. And as soon as that arm is in line with our collarbone, we're gonna keep it there and then rotate the heart up towards the ceiling. Keeping the hips square to me. And back. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, take another big breath. Feel a nice stretch across your chest. And back. This feels so good. And bring it back. All right, we're gonna flip over and do the other side. So finishing it off here with my favorite, side legs. I just love me some side legs, as I said. So any glute and leg work, I'm here for it. And I know lots of you agree with me. So hopefully this is making you smile too. Okay, so that leg is reaching out from the hip, bottom leg bent, little lift in your underside waist, and make sure you're stacked, okay? Dorsiflex the ankle. We're gonna swing that leg forward, reach the tailbone back, and then swing it back, draw that belly in. So it's just a gentle zippering up sensation of your abdominals. You don't need to feel like you're sucking your belly button in or anything like that. It's just really subtle. So for some people, that zippering up a pair of tight jeans really works, that cue. And for others, they like to think about wrapping or tightening a corset at the back. So just play with that imagery and find what really works for you. One more, I think. I got carried away. Okay, reach the leg out long from the hip socket. And we're gonna go into our lift, flex, and lower 8 times. Lift, flex, and lower. So we're on the second side now, which usually is a little extra burny. So just be sure not to start to elevate the shoulders and hold tension in the neck, the shoulders, the face. Let everything go. Put it right here and just keep on breathing, keep on smiling. Hold, we're going into our circles. Quiet pelvis. Ooh. Squeeze the tushy at the back. 3, 2, 1. We're almost done. We can do this. Breathe. We've switched directions now. I can't do circles and think. It's too much. All right, last one. Hold. We're going to hold it there. Remember, baby pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We did it. We made it. We're done. Now it's just a nice little stretch. All right, so we have to do that rotation on this side and push your yoga block back a little bit. Both arms are out in front, bottom leg long, top leg bent, and we're gonna lift it up, rotate the heart up towards the ceiling, and just enjoy this beautiful stretch. Connecting to your abdominals before you come back. 2 more. So this workout was gentle and wrist friendly, as was the intention. But hopefully you felt like you got a good workout, and you can see how Pilates can actually get your heart rate up, make you feel really warm, burn some calories, and it's definitely gonna sculpt your body and give you those long, lean muscles. So really hope you liked this workout. Keep coming back to this workout and others consistently, and you're gonna see and feel some really good changes in your body pretty quickly, and it doesn't take very long. 10-15 minutes a day is really all you need. Hope you like this workout. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And if you liked it, give it a like, share it with someone that you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other workouts. Thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you next time on the mat.